What a very busy Friday. My goodness me, I'm just getting to the end of doing all the bedding in the washroom, laundry room next door. I've got one more load that needs to go in the dryer that's currently in the washer, and then one more load after that to wash and dry. I don't laundry just it's a black hole, this house. It's all coming. Look what's behind me. You can see. Honestly, I think I've set up a Chinese laundry. And that's what it feels like. Well, my youngest daughter, my darling daughter, has come zoop, in. We've sorted all her stuff, and zoop, she's gone right back out the door again, all the way off to Hull to say goodbye to her best friend who's going to Japan for 1 year to study Japanese business studies. The subject that she's studying at university. Not only is she doing business at university, she's also doing Japanese studies as well. She's learning to speak the language so that she can actually go out to Japan and work. Isn't that wonderful? And due to my very sore throat, the ice has melted. It's that hot today. It's unbelievable. This is Yorkshire, right? The land of sheep and rain, and it's like 30 degrees outside. So the ice melted. But technically, this is called a dirty 7. It is 7 Up, about that much, and then that much of Lucozade, and it's called a dirty 7. Snow White, you would be proud of me. And think about all the sugar that's in this. I bet no wonder I cleaned the house in double time today. But it's what you need when your throat's on fire. Believe me, mine's like, oh, I will be fine. I got over COVID, but what's left is this lingeringly stupid cold that I am getting rid of slowly, very slowly. So tomorrow, of course, I will be doing some ironing of my family's things. Why wouldn't I? That's all I ever seem to do is wash, dry, iron, cook, clean. Oh, I'm so excited. Tomorrow's an ironing day. Ooh, how wonderful. Saturday morning. Still though, I might as well be doing that while my husband's traipsing around Tesco's because, we split the workload between us equally. With my daughter having come home and shut out the door again, we're left with one daughter who is currently on night shifts, and she will be right up to when she leaves the country next week, and she's going off to the Balkans. And I kid you not. Yeah, I know. I'm going berserk. Oh, I can't wait for a weekend. It's mine. I know. Mm, mm. My throat. Oh dear me. Right. This weekend taken up. Next weekend's taken up. The weekend after gone. Now we're up to, so that's the Sunday the 4th has gone because that was last week. Sunday the 11th this week, that's gone. 18th, 25th, and then we're up to the 1st of September. September! Flipping heck. I think I can count, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 days this month. That's all this left that doesn't have something booked into it. And now I've said that. Oh, you wait. You just wait. I'm going to get a blooming text in a minute saying, can you do? What can I do? It's mental. And then, we're in September the 1st. So let's flip into September the 1st. And no, I don't have a weekend until the 6th of October, which is a Sunday. Every weekend is taken up with something or somewhere that we're giving a lift to the girls, either taking one back to university, we're dropping one off at an airport, we're picking one up from an airport. I don't know. I just, I'm thinking of having an Uber put on the side of the vehicle outside. Yeah, if my husband hasn't got it when he's going to work, and I don't need it when I'm going out to see clients, the rest of the time's taken up with the girls. Mom, is there a chance we can have a lift to XYZ? Yeah, of course. Hang on, I'll just roll out the Uber signs. No, I jest. I don't mind running my daughters wherever they need to go. But there are times when I am just literally, where is the next bunch time gonna come from? I've got family members that are, crying out for me to go around and see and do something stuff for them, which I've penciled in, and that is also being taken care of. But I just, I just don't know. Where's the time? My husband and I, we wave to each other as we're running up and down corridor because one's doing one thing and one's doing another. We haven't even got time for 5 minute hot date. We haven't even got time to blow each other a kiss some days. It's absolutely crazy this summer. I'm not joking. And at some point, we're going to have to fit the Monty into going down to vets. Because he needs to go and get checked over and everything. Because it's his what is it, his 6, 7 month checkup, you know. They're quite keen on this, are the vets, just keeping an eye on, especially rescues. Because, I mean, Monty, as you know, has had the roughest start to life that is humanly possible or kittily possible. Born on the streets, abandoned and left to fend for himself, found at 8 weeks by a passerby. He was riddled with fleas and worms and God knows what kind of parasites. He was half starved. He was eating nothing but junk to try and stay alive. It was the middle of winter when he was found. They say he was born the 1st of December, somewhere around that point, and it was sort of like end of January, and he was found and he was taken to the RSPCA in Leeds and taken there by the person that found him, and they nursed him back to health. He's been on God knows what antibiotics to get him right and getting him eating and growing his fur on him, because when we got him, he was a little rag. His fur was mottled and not very good. Mm. And he was very skinny, and we actually didn't think he was going to make it. And then, well, you've seen him this morning. Um, my daughter was packing a bag to go down to see her best friend off, and Monty wouldn't get out of her bag. It's like, dude, you are the size of the bag now. Oh my God, he's grown so much. From a skinny, runty little tail like that, it's now about, I would say, that long. Yeah, about that long. And like a cactus. And she's gone poof. Um, we recently found out he was a Norwegian forest cat, a proper little wedgie. His paws have all got tufts First of all, we thought it was a Maine Coon, but he hasn't actually grown as big as a Maine Coon. However, Norwegian forest cats do grow quite large. Obviously not as large as a Maine Coon, but he is a wedgie and he is a climber and he is a hunter. And my goodness me, every time he pops outside to have a little run round the garden, the wildlife know, and like a klaxon goes off of wildlife, and they're like, "Wheep, whoop," and it's like everybody's like tweeting and whooping, and like Monty's on the lawn, he's like, "What? I've just stepped out the door." It's so funny. Mm. I had a right proper tantrum this morning. Um, he decided, well, he decided he wanted a fourth breakfast, and we said, you've had food at 6 this morning because my eldest fed him because she's doing nights, so she was awake overnight and she's gone obviously up to bed this morning. So she fed him at 6. The youngest got up unbeknownst to the eldest and fed him breakfast number 2. And then I got up and I didn't know those two had fed him. And he's like, "Oh, fantastic breakfast number 3." And then I was like, "But Monty, I've given you breakfast." And then everyone said, "Well, I gave him breakfast." Oh, I gave him some breakfast. And Monty's like, "Oh, no, I'm not going to get my 4th breakfast now." So he threw himself on the floor and just went, "No." And I was like, "Dude, that is not how you behave." So, that was this morning, honestly. And then I've just not stopped from the moment I rolled out of bed. Every part of this house has had a scrub, bleach, anti-bac, glass clean, dusted, vacked, and mopped. Beds have been stripped and beds have been changed. Food lists, menu planning, all sorted. Dishwasher's cleaned itself. Yeah, I think it just got fed up of waiting and just went on a cleaning cycle. And so on the coffee machine, not wanting to be overtaken by the dishwasher, decided it were going to clean itself as well. And so I've had to go quickly grab a bowl and shove that under because the water decided it was going to go in the cleaning cycle. Oh my God. Organised chaos today. Absolutely crazy. I don't even have time to sit down and read a book. That'll have to wait until tonight. I was hoping to do the next instalment of Alan Aspinall's Fading of the Light, but Alan, lad, you'll just have to bear with us because it's on my to-do list. I promise I will get around to reading it. It's been crazy. And to top off today, oh, it's the day that just keeps on giving. Mm, mm. My husband's managed to get the car into the detailers because, God bless him, he was driving the car. He didn't see the plant pot. There's not much left of the plant pot. But we do have a guy coming out in 2 weeks' time to sort the paneling out on the side of the car. It would happen to be my side, wouldn't it? So yeah, my beloved, God bless him, he was like, "Oh, I've run over a plant pot," and beep 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 beep. That's only my husband can. And I just said, "It's a plant pot. We're insured. Get the car sorted." So he's got somebody coming to sort the side of the door. So yeah, uh, I am making an appointment as well as not only is the car getting the seen to, but I'm getting seen to. I'm going to make an appointment to go down to the doctors to talk about these hot sweats I've been getting with menopause. It's not funny anymore. I mean, it's 30 degrees outside and I can feel me now rush and the heat is coming over me. If I turn bright red, I mean proper cherry tomato. If I go that colour, right, you know it's because I'm having a hot flush and it's just the worst thing in the world. I'm laughing about it, but it's so uncomfortable. Your shirt sticks to your back and it's just icky, awful. I hate it. Um, Good news for me. On end of the month, I have squirreled away an afternoon on the 31st. I think it's the 31st. I'm going to get my hair done. I just feel like it's got a bit long and a bit woolly and a bit frizzy, and I'm blaming it on hormones and the humidity level. It is just through the roof at the moment. You know, we live in Yorkshire, man. This is like we're not used to these subtropical temperatures, and the sheep. I mean, we've had to shave the sheep, and you know they're all up there, poor little darlings. I can hear them on a morning and on a night when they're coming in and out of fields with the farmer, and they're busy bleating and blarting away, and then the cows are coming in after them because we've got cows up on the hill as well, and they're all going a moo and a moo, and it travels down valley, and we can hear it, and the cows are just going moo, 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 and the sheep blah 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 blah, blah, and it's they're having a little natter, but you can hear it going over valley because it echoes. It's hilarious, and they're right up on top some those. So yeah, they're they're hilarious, but mm, I'm sorry, I'm just so sore today. So yeah, so I got myself a little hair appointment. I got myself a doctor's appointment to talk about the hot sweats and everything. My husband's got an appointment to get the car door sorted. The car's also going in for its winter service, which we're thrilled about that we've done it sooner rather than later, because I think we're going to have an early winter. I really do. I mean, you should see the trees outside. In fact, if I'm out with my camera or anything, I will video some of the trees because it started. I'd say second week of July, and the trees are going a golden colour, and they're going yellow and a brown, and the leaves are just dropping off. And it's like autumn's arrived early. And then yesterday, with that rainstorm that we had come through, and we had heavy fog and drizzle rain, and we don't normally get that like that. And it's autumnal weather. And I just feel as though we got the temperatures of summer, but we've got the autumnal feel already here, and it's like autumn's come about 6 to 7 weeks earlier than it normally does. I told you, weather's been absolutely bonkers this year. We've had proper massive rainstorms in March, April time, and so much so that we were given a flood warning. Now, the last time our village flooded was in December 2015 on the Boxing Day floods. And if you go to one of my playlists, you'll find our village, and it's just been inundated. I mean, there were no more areas for the water to go, so it just shot down straight and took the bridge out, and in effect cut the village in half. Now, the if we ever flooded again, that's exactly what would happen. And we'd have, obviously, half the village on one side, half the village on the other, and no one else able to use the bridge in between. Problem is that we've got a canal. Our town is unique. It's the only one in the whole of the United Kingdom where we have a railway line, a canal, a river, and a major A road going straight through, all parallel to each other, right? And we are also the only place in the entire United Kingdom that has the deepest lock for canals. It's the deepest one in the whole of the United Kingdom, and it's world famous. It's got so yeah. I bet you'd be able to tell where I live now then. But there we are. And the thing is, when the river goes, the canal goes, and when the canal goes and the river goes, the road goes. And so does the railway line. Terrific. So yeah, that's the kind of weather we've been having this year. It's been absolutely bonkers. And with autumn, it's like it's come a full 7 weeks earlier than normal. So we feel that we're going to have a very harsh winter. Now, it might not be snow that we get, but we may end up with a lot of rain. And if we do, then the scenario that I just laid out for you will happen. However, if we should get a lot of snow, again, everything will get cut off and the village will be cut off. So that's another wonderful reason to get the car serviced early, get the winter tyres. Well, they've already been ordered. They were ordered about nearly 2 months ago. And that yet we're in a back order and we're not going to get them until end of September. So it's a good job we ordered them when we did, because then they won't be here before, then. So let's hope we just don't have any really severely nasty bad weather before we get them. And we've gone for Michelin's all round, all year, 4 seasons. My husband, he'll tell me what they are, but they're proper beefy ones for the truck, because it's not really a car, it's more of a truck. But it's what you need when you live around here. If you haven't got 4x4, you're not getting out. And with him doing the job that he does, and also being a medic, and my daughter's a nurse, they need to get out. I mean, my husband, first and foremost, is an engineer, and he does for the water, chemical plants, gas, and oil platforms, oil rigs. And he's a safety engineer. And if he doesn't think that the valve is safe, then he pulls it, gets it sorted, and it don't go back on to anything unless he says it can go back on. So he's absolutely critical infrastructure. If my husband wasn't doing what he did, what he does, well, you wouldn't be getting oil out the ground, you wouldn't be getting water into your taps, you wouldn't be getting gas to your kitchens and whatever, and your chemical plants, well, that goes without saying. So yeah, it is quite vital, and does a very important job. And on top of that, he's also a fully trained medic, thanks to being in the Navy. Excuse me. So yeah, he does that as well, and he does that in about time. Do you know? I wonder we don't have time to see each other. We're just so busy with everybody else. It's just crazy. But we love our lives and we love our girls, and we're always running around after those two. There isn't a day with a Y in it that we're not doing something for those two. One day, in the not too distant future, they will eventually launch and go out into the universe and make a life for themselves. But that day is not today. And tomorrow doesn't look that good either. But soon, and for the rest of their lives, they are going to be going out the door, and they're going to do this thing called adulting. And I said one to them the other day, I said, one of the hardest things about adulting is deciding what you're going to cook for dinner every night for the rest of your life, because mom ain't there to put the pan on. I said, and the other most boring thing that you'll ever do as an adult is buying loo roll. It's up there with mundane stuff, right? Toilet rolls, buying of bleach, cleaning products, laundry stuff. Boring. Isn't that absolutely the most boring thing in the world? Yet, it's the most vital thing in the world because nobody wants to live in filth. And I swear to God, if I went on strike, right, the mice would write a letter of disgust and they'd be leaving. So if it weren't for me doing the washing, the drying, the cooking, the ironing, the cleaning, I know they've got all this to look forward to of the girls when they eventually leave home. Although I will say my youngest, with her being away at university, does an awful lot of that when she's out there on her own anyway. And when she comes home, it's like, oh, but Mum, it's so nice when you do it because, well, it means I get a break. And I thought, oh, well, when's mine? Yes, I suppose my break is when you're back at uni, is it? I know, because then I've got your sister who's here. Oh, Mum, can you do me uniform? Can you sort me lunches out? What's for dinner tonight? Oh, Mum, I'm on nights. Can I have eggs again for breakfast when I wake up? Oh, yeah, sure. And you just absolutely done in by the end of the day. You want to have time for yourself. I'm so physically exhausted after I've seen to all the customers and then I've finished with the house and I've sorted my daughter out, my husband out. I'm just like frazzled. When you see me sometimes and my hair's like that, now you know why. It's not an easy week sometimes. And they do say the years roll on easily. It's just the days that are tough. Yeah, that is so true. But as I'm often very fond of saying, life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. And that's just what John Lennon said. And he was a very wise man. Very, very wise man. So, yeah, that is basically how my day has gone today. I've just making appointments, sorting stuff out, getting one child out the door, getting the other one off to bed. And oh, Monty, yeah, he's upstairs having his afternoon nap because I worked out how old is he? Oh, hang on. I think I might have wrote it on this. He's 36 weeks this weekend on the 11th of August on the Sunday. 36 weeks. He's still having his afternoon naps. He's so cute. I have a neck support, back support pillow. Well, it was mine, not anymore. Our Monty's taken it. And he's made it into a little nest. And he has that on by the side of our bed. It's like, okay, mate, I didn't need it. I ain't got a bad back. I ain't got a bad neck. No, fine. I bought you a beautiful cat basket. Does he use it? Yeah, when he feels like it. But no, I think maybe he likes the pillow because it smells of me. And it's like a bit of comfort for him. I don't know. But yeah, he's when he's asleep, he has to be on something of mine. When he's awake, he's following me around. If I can be sat in this chair that I'm in now, he'll be at the back of me and he'll be snoring away or playing with something while I'm trying to work. What a nightmare. But I do love him. And he's not really a nightmare, he's a good boy. Good grief, I've nearly been talking to you for half an hour. You must be absolutely bored stiff. Anyway, I'm going to take my Dirty 7 and I am going to go and swap the washing over. So, my darlings, I am going to wish you all the most fabulous of weekends. No doubt I will be back tomorrow and I'll have further updates on how much laundry I got through, no doubt, or whatever exciting things have occurred. Take care, my loves, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.